Hi everyone, LP here, and I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is, no, let's go with the bad news. The bad news, let me move this thing a little closer here, a little bit closer. The bad news is, this is the last radio review video I ever do. Not because of these guys, this is a great little radio, but because it's just a pain in the butt and I'm not really a radio guy even though I know how to do it all. The good news is I'm going to be giving this radio, man, my camera just got all messed up. There you go. I'm going to be giving this radio away in this video. And what you've got to do is stick around to the end to figure out how you actually get to win this radio. Not a joke. This is the TD-H3. I'm going to be doing an unboxing for you real quick and telling you about this radio and its capabilities. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the TIDRADIO TD-H3, and this is what is inside of it. Once again, I'll be giving this away. Stick around until the end of the video so you can learn how to win this radio. What do we have in here? We have the an actually reasonably well-written manual. Unfortunately, most of the information you'll need that is really important will be on the app that you'll use to interact with this radio. They've made it so that it's very easy to interact with the radio. Yeah, I just wish I had another radio because this thing actually can talk to another radio. It can clone itself, but the company didn't want to send that, so yeah. All right, we got our handy dandy little card right here for TIDRADIO. There you go. Get that in the screen. There you go. You're gonna flip that over there. Your little user's manual, whatever. And then let's see. Oh, here's the radio. Here's our little radio. And I'm gonna keep this plastic so that I can put it back in there for the giveaway. I won't even take the plastic off this little screen here. We turn it on. Oh, come here, you. Welcome. It's got a nice little, I think it's a 1 and something inch screen. Yeah, that's super useful. It's a tiny little radio, guys, but it's actually very powerful, very neat radio. We're going to turn this off for right now. We're just going to set it down over here. What do we got? We've got a handy dandy belt clip, which I will not assemble. We've got the charging block and USB-C charger, which is interesting. There's some stuff around that USB-C thing that you guys need to know about. We've got the 6.1 inch ham antenna in plastic. Yep. And we've got the handy dandy wrist strap. And since I'm giving this radio away, I'm not going to throw this away. I will actually just put it gently back into this box. All right, so for the purposes of this video, well, you know what, I'll put the antenna on. I just won't turn it on so you guys can actually see what it looks like. Let's get this stuff out of the way here. There we go. I'm going to put the antenna on. You just squeeze it on there, and like I said, it is a very small radio, but it's a very powerful radio. For now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on so I can do some Vanna White stuff with it. Oh, welcome. Thank you. So as stated, it's a 6.1 inch ham antenna. The battery is a 2500 milliamp Type-C battery. Hint, hint. The USB charger comes with the cable. It's got a belt clip. It's got a user's manual and a lanyard. Now, with this TD radio, what can it actually do? So it actually can use 8 bands. Now, the neat thing about this radio, I'm not gonna bother you with, you know, the crazy stuff. You know, it's very technologically advanced, and you actually need to use the app to program this radio, because if you do it the old way, which you can, you're just going to be like, oh man, I didn't know it could do that. But here's the thing. So like I said, it has Type-C programming. There's a USB-C connector right here. I think this is it. These things are so super duper waterproof that they're not. Let me turn this off. I don't want to accidentally transmit and have some hamheads acting stupid. Oh, it's so hard. All right, maybe I can. All right. No, it's right there. So it actually has a USB-C programming cable, as well as you can use the old programming cable for a myriad of different reasons. But this radio is Bluetooth programmable, like I showed the Type-C charger. It has it's repeater capable, and it can actually do something called frequency copy. And I know all the ham heads are going to be freaking out right now because I'm not like pushing buttons and like this is how you program it. But this is the actual reason I'm not doing any more of these radio videos, is because it's just too much of a pain in the butt, guys. I have to learn a new manual every time, a new thing, and I'm just not that enthusiastic about radios. All right, but this thing does have an enhanced flashlight, right? And this thing does have a cool feature called a DTMF lock, which means that you can, well, hold on a second. Let's not go that deep. It has what they call an end-tone wow. Like I said, it's a 1.44 LED color screen. It is radio customizable on your phone. You can use your phone on this thing, right? It has 199 channel banks, dual watch. You can actually watch two different, like if I turn it on, you can actually, let me show you. You can actually see where there's one right there. I'm not even going to, I'm going to push that. What's this? There you go. So that's 2, and then I can actually push another button so that it shows both screens, but I've got it set up for the channel thingy bob. That's a Bluetooth button there. It's got all sorts of little doodads on it, but we're just going to set this down for a little bit. And it does have an adjustable squelch as well, but it's clearly not on a knob. So we're just going to, you know what, I wonder what the VM does. Push that, what's that? Oh, looky there.
Channel mode. Frequency mode.
Oh, look, we can do all sorts of neat little things with this. Let's go ahead and set this down right here. Now, I was showing you guys the USB-C programming cable. This is the very first radio that ever offered the, according to their website, this is the first radio that's ever offered USB-C cable programming. Obviously, the idea is that it gets rid of the dependence on the old-style programming cable. It also supports Bluetooth programming on your phone/app or on the PC, the Oddmaster website. You can find that when you look for TID Radio. I'll leave a link someplace. This thing supports Bluetooth programming on your phone, and it can also be programmed offline. Now, but it does retain the traditional 2-pin programming interface. It's both innovative and conservative because you have 2 different ways you can program it. Technically 3 if you use the app. But retaining that 2-pin traditional programming interface, it supports Chirp and CPS programming software as well. The radio, it's a juicy little radio, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I'm just not gonna get into this hamhead stuff. What I will tell you is that it supports 8 bands. It's FM, AM. There's a whole list of them. I'll put them on the screen someplace. You can actually, so the heads can actually say, "Oh, that's pretty cool. That it can touch all those." Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And then there's also something called the fast copy. If you hold down this number 1, it could identify the frequencies where other radios are transmitting, and then you could save it directly to your new channel, also known as menu 47 on/off. Anyway, one of the neat things about this radio is if anybody ever steals your radio, you gotta work in an OPSEC environment. They have something called a TDMF function. You could actually send a 5-digit code to this radio, and it's going to lock it, and no one's going to be able to use it until you unlock it with your 5-digit TDMF code. It's a great idea if you're working in austere environments and you just happen to drop your radio. One of the other things too is let me turn this off real quick. This puppy comes with, actually it's kind of, this thing is actually tight because it is semi-waterproof. I won't say it is because it's not, but we're going to give you a look inside the guts there for my ham heads. You can freeze on that and take a look, and then we're going to take a look here. The lithium-ion battery pack. You guys can freeze frame that and read that if you want to, but it's a 2500 milliamp They're calling this a large battery. I've seen bigger ones, but they compare it to others that are only around 1,800 milliamps. I've seen one that's 4,000 milliamps. This one actually fits pretty snugly. Goes on reasonably easy. It just clicks right on just like that. And the neat thing is this is the charging port. It's a USB-C charging port, guys. This is not. This one is not. This one is the programming port. So kind of get your stuff right before you decide to apply power. You could actually charge this battery away from the radio while you're using the radio if you had another battery. That's the general idea, and it just clicks right on there, and then we turn it back on, and welcome. And then now you have an operational radio. Some of the things that I really wanted to do with this radio, but I couldn't, was you can actually clone these. If I had a second one, I actually asked TIDRadio to send me a second one, but they're like, oh no, it's our budgetary. They basically cried to me over a $65 radio. Still a good company, still a good radio. I'm just calling them out for like, hey, I really could have got into this if you had did what I asked you to do. But anyway, you're going to get what you pay for, which is $65 for a $400 video. Anyway, with that said, guys, we're going to take this radio. Let's do this right. And we're going to make sure that it's off, and she's off. And we're going to put all this stuff back inside of here, like so. Pay attention so you don't miss out. That's right, just listen to me playing with the plastic, putting things back the way they're going to be when someone receives it, because they won. Put that back inside there. There's so much, it's like there's stuff missing. I think the battery was over here, but there's no bag, and it was, you know what, I'm going to take the battery out of it, because let's take the battery out of it because I just don't want to ship it with the battery in it. We're going to put the battery over here, maybe? Is that, no? I feel like this doesn't go here. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, so we're going to put this back inside of here. And for those of you that are just like getting bored with me because I'm not really doing anything, well, you can go away and you can not learn how to win this radio. All right, so we're going to flip that back over. So TIDRadio TD-H3 User's Manual. And we're going to flip this back over. All right, guys, here's how you win this radio. I want you to type the word left you hanging, didn't I? No, I was thinking of a word. Only type the word TIDRadio in the chat. Just that. Just type TIDRadio in the chat. You must type the word TIDRadio in the chat of this video, and you must be a subscriber to my channel. Not a member, a subscriber, because that's free. All right, guys, I think that's going to be about it for right now. The giveaway will be on, what is today? Today is the 20th. The giveaway is going to be on after Christmas. It's going to be after Christmas, guys, because I'll never be able to get it to you in time for Christmas anyway. So the giveaway will be after Christmas. That way we have time to get enough people in here to get the radio itself. It'll just go on my shelf until somebody wins this thing. But yeah, it'll be right after Christmas. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be about it. Do me a favor, don't forget TIDRadio in the chat, and you must be a subscriber to this channel. As usual, guys, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. It's absolutely free and good for me. Yeah, make sure you subscribe or you can't win. And as usual, stay safe, have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye.